show you just how simple it is to make this cake. Begin by separating your eggs. Place your egg whites into a medium to large bowl and mix on high speed. Keep mixing, and we're looking for stiff peaks. Keep going, and I'll show you in the pics what they look like. There you go. Really nice and thick and foamy and cloud-like. See the end of the beater here. Also, if you lift the bowl upside down, it won't fall out. You may have seen people doing that over their heads on the television, but that's the idea. Now it's time to beat the egg yolks. No need to clean your beaters, just whisk a little until the eggs break up. Then you add in your sugar and continue to beat on high until the mixture becomes really thick, creamy and very pale in colour compared to the beginning. Now what we're doing here is the ribbon test or the ribbon trail. Watch how the batter falls on the surface. Here I'm doing it with my spatula. See how it doesn't sink immediately? That is exactly what you're looking for, the ribbon test or the trail test. This is very important for any cake without baking powder. Now it's time to sieve in the cocoa powder. Sieve it through, push it through with a spoon, and then fold it into your egg yolk mixture. Use the spatula as if it was a pen and you were writing. Then gradually add in increments of 3 your beaten egg whites. And like before, you want to fold it in, no using a beater or a stand mixer. Just fold it in very carefully, lifting from the bottom and remembering to scrape the sides too. You don't need to 100% fold it all in at this stage because you're going to be adding in 2 more increments of it. But just do so until most of it is through. Then what you will do is you will add in your second lot of whisked egg whites and fold it in again and do the same again with your final amount. Once your cake batter is ready, pour it into your prepared cake pan. See the recipe for details on that. Let it fall naturally into the cake pan and then just give it some gentle encouragement to find its way into the corners of the cake tin. If there's any particularly large air holes, you can pop them with a cocktail stick, but you will also be tapping the pan on the counter before you pop it in the oven till the cake's coming away from the sides of the tin and a cocktail stick comes out clean of crumbs. Prepare clean tea towel, baking parchment paper and some cocoa powder or icing sugar before turning the cake out on top of this. Run a palette knife along the sides before you do this and then just give it a few gentle taps to release the cake. Then what I do is I start very carefully peeling the paper back around all the edges, making sure it's all free. Don't worry if there's any little broken pieces of cake. Then start to very gradually peel the paper all the way off. This is all done whilst the cake is still warm. Now you can either roll up with the paper. Now begin with a very tight fold over there. You're nice and tight along the edges. You see me squeezing it. Don't be afraid. What you can also do is roll it up with the tea towel inside too, and it will actually give you a better shape. So I'm just unrolling it now, and I'm going to show you how we do it with the towel inside. Because we're doing this when it's warm, the cake will remember its shape and hold nicely. Chill in the fridge for half an hour. Meanwhile, whip some cream. Here I'm using double cream, and your rough equivalent will be heavy cream or whipping cream. So I'm whipping on high speed with my hand mixer. This will take a few minutes and you're whisking until it becomes very thick and creamy and has little peaks. You want firm or medium peaks. Oh, here is my son helping himself to the cream while I'm trying to get a good shot to show you the peaks. He's terrible. Anyway, this is what you're looking for. Don't overmix or you'll end up with butter. Can add in some vanilla extract, but we prefer it without. Untie the cake and very carefully open it out. Can you see here? The end of the cake remembers how it was curled up, and this is why we do that rolling first. Spread out your jam, leaving a little border around the edges, and very carefully spoon on some of the whipped cream and spread it all out. Don't worry if there's too much, we will be collecting the excess to use later. Begin to roll up again with a nice tight roll. When you get so far, you'll see the cream trying to escape. Just remove some of that and do the same when you're coming nearer to the edge too. This is better than not having enough cream once you've rolled it up. Make sure the seam is underneath. Have a clean around before rolling up again in the paper tightly, and lastly rolling up in your tea towel. Now chill or freeze before attempting to slice. Very carefully remove the paper and turn out onto a serving platter. I used a tray. I really need to get myself some nice plates. Now time to trim off a very thin edge from both ends. This will reveal a lovely swirl. This is one of my top tips I share with bakers. Trim off the very ends and you will see your lovely swirl. Here I've added on some piped cream and then some blueberries on top to finish off. Chill till ready to serve. Recipe on the website, cups, grams and ounce measurements. Thanks for watching guys. See you in the next video and bye for now.